And I'm going to make Dearborn great again because I'm running for Dearborn mayor. The same things they do to him, they do to me. They disqualified me, and I'm trying to be back on the ballot again.
Why'd they disqualify you?
They disqualified me saying I can't run because of a felony conviction.
And what was the felony conviction for?
Mission destruction of property.
And what happened in that situation?
The situation right now, we have an appeal in the appellate court. Hopefully the judge...
But what happened? What were you convicted of doing?
Mission destruction of property.
What was the circumstance with that?
I forgot, it was about 20 years ago. Maybe one of my girlfriends, maybe I smashed her car or something. Stuff happened, you know. People recover, you know. People
smashed your girlfriend's car?
Oh, yeah. You know, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah, it does.
And you want to be a mayor?
Yeah, why not?
Some people might say because you smashed your girlfriend's car. Would you like to see Trump run for a third term?
Yes, and if not, why not be the VP to Vance as president if it's not allowed?
So you would want J.D. Vance to run as president and Trump to run as VP?
Yes, if he can't run as president, yes, I think that's a great idea.
Who would you want to really be in charge there?
Equal, Trump and Vance. I think
Equal?
He's holding his own. He's doing good. He is just doing great.
Are you worried about the Constitution not allowing him to do that?
Yes, that's why I think he could do VP instead.
Okay. Find a way around that.
Yes, hopefully.
But then
he
what?
finds a way around a lot of stuff, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He does. I have found that.
Stopping war, spreading peace.
Let's talk about stopping war. Donald Trump famously said that he was going to stop the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. What do you think about that?
He said he said he could have. He did say that. What do I think about that? I think that was more of him saying that. I don't think that's something that's actually possible.
You mean he was just saying it, but he knew it wasn't possible?
Sometimes he does that. I mean, that's where people want to call him out and say he's a liar, he's a con man.
What are your thoughts on the first 100 days of the Trump presidency?
I think it's wonderful. I think he's a wonderful president, best president that really loves the American people, and he loves us. He loves his country because, he's the only man that could do this. I mean, who could replace this wonderful man that we have right now? He's really he's blessed. He missed a bullet a couple times. His life was saved. I mean, just look at what he's done. And I know he has the best intentions in the world of making America great again because, he's put everything on the line. And I give him credit for that. And I'll pray for that man every single day. I do, for his safety and that he can get the job done for us. And I'm sure he will.
What would you like to see Trump do to the media?
Oh my gosh, just start and get down on them. They have to do facts, not just swaying people, and they are giving just their opinion. There's not facts. It's not news like it used to be.
You think that the media lies about Trump?
Yes, they need to put restrictions on the media, definitely.
And what would those restrictions look like?
They have to do facts. They have to be, maybe there should be somebody in charge that goes over everything before they say it.
Fact checkers?
Fact checkers, yeah.
Most news agencies have fact checkers.
Well, they do not. Half the stuff they say to me is lies.
What's an example of a lie the media says?
Oh, anything they say about Trump, it seems like, is a lie. On how he's out for getting rid of Medicaid, getting rid of anything that they're talking about that he is trying to delete. I don't know. Saying that he's racist, which he's not. Saying that he's a rapist, that he's not.
He was found liable of sexual assault. Sexual assault.
Big difference. And I
explain the difference to me.
Rape is I can't. I have kids and grandkids.
Okay. Well, just say, is being found liable of sexual assault a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing, but I don't think that was true.
What have you enjoyed about the first 100 days of Donald Trump's presidency?
I thought he did a very fine job.
You think he's done a good job in his first 100 days?
So far, so good, and we hold everyone accountable. As I say, the God's law, constitutional law, and all tested, trustworthy, true science law. I see him doing all that he's promised.
It's been 100 days of the Trump second presidency. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite thing that he's done thus far?
Let me see. I'm just trying to think. I don't really listen to the news that much, but I have confidence in him. So what has he done so far? But I know he did it with the tariffs. He did with the tariffs, and
you want me to? I have a list here. You want me to tell you some of the stuff he's done?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a couple of the things he's done in the first 100 days. He pardoned the January 6 rioters who stormed the Capitol. He's dismantling the USA ID, which kind of hurts the U.S. soft power in the world. He's putting the richest man on earth and a bunch of teenagers and 20-year-olds in charge of the entire government.
Crypto has struggled a little bit in the first 100 days of the presidency. What do you see as far as that goes? Is it going to turn around?
Yeah, it will eventually. If they're only buying Bitcoin, everything else is a scam.
Only buy Bitcoin, everything else is a scam?
Correct, yeah, only Bitcoin.
So Donald Trump launched his meme coin. Was that a scam?
I love Trump, but yes, it was a scam.
He raised these tariffs, and it put the world in a global financial crisis for a little bit. He blamed a plane crash on DEI. He changed the.
You're mentioning everything against him. So
Well,
that's really against him, and you know what?
But let me finish. He renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. First 100 days, what was the best day out of all of them?
Oh, the first day. Woohoo! First day.
He said he was going to make America great again, lower prices.
He is. I don't care. Lower prices. Biden, he messed them up for 4 years. It can't take one day. People need to understand that. Prices are going to take a while. I might lose my job because I'm in a federal. I get it. I don't care. If it's
Wait, you might lose your job in the federal job?
Yep.
Really?
Federal funding from a school district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that, with the cut?
I am. If it's for my grandchildren and children, I know it's not going to affect me, but it's going to affect their life, and that's what I care about.
So you work in a school that could lose federal funding, and if you lose your job because that federal funding is gone, you'd be okay with it?
Yes, I would, for the greater good, for America. He's making America great again. He's doing the right thing.
Donald Trump's got to be careful not to overreach, not to expand the United States empire too soon, because the way that's not the best way to make America great, by expanding the empire.
You feel that he should not be trying to expand? Do you think that he shouldn't take over Greenland and Canada the way he's talked about?
He should keep his hands off of Ukraine. He should keep his hands off of Canada. He should keep his hands off of Panama.
But why do you think he keeps saying he wants to take those places?
I just think it's the wrong thing to do. It looks like aggression to me.
Do you feel like you have something in common with Donald Trump because he's got the 34 felony convictions?
Oh yeah, I talk like him. I speak like him. I'm on social media a lot. I'm not scared of the news. Good publicity, bad publicity, all good news, all good press.
And that's a good thing.
100% it is.
And so, what's your big campaign platform?
Make Dearborn great again.
Right, but what do you actually want to do?
I want to sit there and make sure the corruption stops. The bid process, they don't put things out for a bid. Favoritism will stop. Under my leadership, there will be no corruption.
Seems like you're almost doing a Trump impression right now.
I've been doing this. I was born doing this.
What has he done that makes him so special in your mind?
He just doesn't lie like all the other politicians do. He's not a politician. That's why I liked him.
You don't think Trump lies ever?
I mean, he does. He exaggerates sometimes.
Trump's first 100 days. What are your thoughts on the deportations that have happened so far?
Well, I'd like to call them homecomings, because you came to our country, we paid for it, we put you up, we fed you, and now we're sending you home where you came from. It should be a celebration.
A lot of these people are being sent to El Salvador, even if they're not from El Salvador.
To me, I don't care where they get sent to. They don't belong here.
So it's not a homecoming then?
Well, for most of them they are, but for some, they're a percentage, that are going to different countries.
He said the United States will take over the Gaza Strip and turn it into a resort. How do you feel about Elon Musk?
I love Elon Musk. Love Elon Musk. Woohoo!
Do you think he's funny?
He can be funny. He's just a great guy.
Yeah.
Nothing will change my mind.
Richest man on earth.
Don't care. Do not care. And I'm not rich. I do not care. He gives away money. He's not even getting paid for what he's doing. He's finding a lot of corruption and fraud. I don't know what's wrong with
He does have government contracts.
I don't care. Do not. I understand that. Okay. I understand.
So he is making money from the government.
Okay. You got me on that one. Yes.
Yeah. He said he was going to end the war in Ukraine on day one. It's been 100 days and there's still the war. If you could give a message to Donald Trump, what would it be?
Release the Epstein list.
Yeah, so he released the Epstein list, but it was redacted with no names in it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's bullshit.
Who do you think's on there?
I don't know. Probably those same people you were mentioning earlier.
The billionaires?
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense.
Trump was on the flight logs. He definitely flew on some of the flights. How does that make you feel?
He didn't go to the island though. He was on the jet, but he didn't go to the island.
Donald Trump ended federal support for paper straws. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
He said.
We have the choice. We use paper or plastic, whichever we prefer.
He said, I don't think that plastic's going to affect a shark very much as they're munching their way through the ocean. Would you agree with that?
That I don't know. I mean, I don't think it might affect some things, but why can't people just be clean like I am? And why can't
But
they
I'm saying, do you think as sharks munch their way through the ocean that they wouldn't be affected by plastic straw?
I don't know about that.
You think they even do munch their way through the ocean? Is that a fair assessment of what a shark does?
A shark eats other fish through the ocean. They eat and survive.
Right, but
maybe it might see a straw.
Maybe munches through a straw. Maybe it matters. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hey, Nirvana. You a big Nirvana fan? Name 3 songs.
3 songs?
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, Smells
Come
Like
As You Are.
Lithium. Yeah.
Never mind about that.
I Know You're Right. Yeah.
Oh, it was a deep cut. That was a B-side.
Yeah.
Those are some of the big things. Do you have any response to that?
Everything is going to be good in the long run. He's going to make America great again, like he promised. He promised that, and he's going to fulfill that. I know he will.